Hi, crafty friends. I'm Tina, the creative guru with Gems, Paper, Scissors. And today we are going to finish out our left-hand side of Keeping Tradition Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. Tomorrow's live will finish off the last page, being the right-hand side of Layout 3. So let's see here. I typically don't do the prepare for both pages, so I have not attached any of the photos yet. And it says for optional to create a spatter pattern on the white pages, the base pages, using Old Olive, Stampin' Pad, and Wink of Stella. And I really don't want this very glittery, so I am going to skip that optional step. So let's go ahead and head straight down to assembly. And at which point we are just going to flip some stuff around and get this done. I do write down my layout and piece number. So this says 3A, and I put that on the backhand side. So we're going to use our Stampin' Seal Plus tape runner, which is my personal go-to adhesive. And I am just going to eyeball this to be right about here. I think that's going to be too far down though. Okay, so we're going to move this. I hope everybody, no we're not, we're just going to move it. We're going to adjust as needed. I want it pretty far down and it's all good. Next is attach 3B. And so we're going to do this. In the demonstration, it goes further down than I am going to do because I actually want this to kind of carry higher up for the photos that I have. Now it says to attach our photos that have been pre-done, which I did not pre-do. So I prefer using my glue dots to attach my photos. Just find that it works a little bit better with the higher gloss paper. So let's get that on. There's 3, 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see how I kind of roll this off of the carrier sheet? This is super smooth, but it will still occasionally not want to release the adhesive off of the sheet because it's been there long enough to have cured. Okay. So, and because these are not attached down yet, I can always turn my pictures around without issue. So we're going to put this one down first. We're just going to do it a little bit off center. And then we'll do the other photo. Then it's just making it look pretty. Right? There's our 2 of our doggos. We are getting a 4th one here pretty soon. We'll be picking up one of her nephews at the end of this month. And I knew that this photo was going to fill up a lot of this page, so I elected to not fill up that entire thing. I'm going to move some of those flowers around and make this pretty full. There's a ho ho ho. That goes right here. And at this point, I'm just mostly following these instructions. I could tuck this behind here as shown, but I really don't want to. I'm going to save this piece for another layout in my 6x8 album instead. And to do that, you just use the dimensionals along one side, leaving an opening for it to tuck into. Okay. Let's add some of these big flowers. I'm going to use the dimensionals for the smaller flowers. I'll go over here with the Marion Bright. So we'll do the tape runner for the pretty pink flower, and then add the sticker for the Merry and Bright. And then we're going to use a dimensional on the back of this particular piece so that it lifts up like so. In the example, it says to use that sticker that says Joy, but I used that on an earlier layout. And honestly, I don't really want this. This is already going to be busy enough with the flowers that I'm not feeling the need to add that in. Okay. I think I like that. So again, just running our tape runner. I don't want a ton of this particular section raised up. There we go. I like that. Now, and you see how, again, I did not leave room for that pull out little note card, and I'm really happy with that. Okay, now we're going to finish off this upper quadrant. And we're going to start off with 3E. And we're going to just, again, eyeball this down. But I'm going to estimate it with a little bit of caution. There we go. Because I'm lining this particular piece over it, I could eyeball it that way. Again, lots of tape runner, lots of running this along. I'm going to move this so you can see a little better. There we go. And then it shows to add this wonderful sticker. These are really heavy weight and great quality. So we're gonna place this so that it's almost to the top, just a little overhanging. I think I should have scooched it over a little, but I'm still really okay with it, so I'm not going to go on ahead and move it. I'm just going to leave it where I put it. And then add a little here. And then it says to use Traditions. And then 25 for December 25th. And I don't actually want it down there. I want it up here. Maybe. Let's play around with this for a little bit. I feel like putting it here. This is so concentrated. But over here it's floating on its own, doing nothing. So let's go ahead and put that right there. And that finishes up this layout. I'm really happy with how I've shifted some of these things around. And so let's go ahead and stay right where we are. And here it is backed out. Feel free to join us for tomorrow's live. And until then, keep on crafting and find